Hello, this is Ty the Movie Guy 22 with another chapter, the last three chapters of Forrest of the Forsaken, which is my first book series. Um, get a little closer here. So, for sorry to say, this is the second to last. This is the third to last chapter of the story. But not to worry or fret because part two is coming later this year. And I've got a wicked cliffhanger for that one, for the end of this one, end of this book, and really the last three chapters are filled with holy crap moments. I'm trying to keep it down because it's currently 1 a.m. almost, and my neighbors are sleeping, so if I talk low, please forgive me. I'm sorry, it's just my neighbors are a little bit, cranky at times. Okay, so now we left off with the war about to start and everyone gathering their armies. Now on with chapter 15, entitled Surviving the First Wave. We had prepared ourselves readily. I put on my armor, and everyone else does the same. For some reason, the bad guys allow us a reprieve of 15 minutes. Odd. So I spend those minutes talking. And then suddenly, he had, I had given hugs to my mother, and I spoke with our war council, and everyone else did their thing and got ready. I look at my mom. Mom, I've never been in a battle like this. Neither have I. But I must stay out of it for a little while. I know. Will you pray with me, Mother? Of course. I said, Dear God, please help me and my family survive this new war. Let us survive the war. And let us be at peace by defeating this one enemy. And we shall crush him swiftly. And give me the power to realize I'm not meant to take a life, but to spare one. For killing would not bring me any peace. Amen. We all did the sign of the cross. Dylan was there too. And Gregory. Something about Dylan struck me as suspicious. If his plan's gonna work, yeah, it definitely will. And suddenly, Leah and him were talking, and they were preparing each other. And Quinn, I looked at Quinn. Quinn. Yes, my love, she said, smiling. I need you to be safe for just a little bit. I need you. I know. I'll stay here for a little bit. But if it gets too serious, I'm coming out. And I will fight to protect our family. I know. My eyes turned purple again. But I wasn't afraid. What's wrong, honey? I hope this isn't, I hope it's not what I think. I said to myself. She said, "You saw another vision, didn't you?" Yes. What was it about? This Forrest is playing too many tricks on me. Once I get done with once we get finished with this war, we'll leave the village, make sure it's safe for all the people, and then we shall truly be free. We'll be free up until we have to we have to infiltrate the city. I know that. I love. We have a long road ahead of us. She looked at me and smiled, and gave me a kiss, and said, "But look how far you've come already. You went from someone who didn't want to kill to someone who only does it when it is absolutely necessary and there are no other options." I know. But, but what, honey? I don't know if I can kill Morris. There's part of, I understand. There's part of you, there's a history. There's part of you that thought he was something great. My love, my mother said, "I know it's hard for you. Please, stop him. However you feel you need to stop him. That's how you'll stop him." Sorry, guys, because you have the one thing that he'll never have. Powers? Well, well, yes, but you have a good heart. And that's why God made you so brave. Tears well in my eyes when I hug my mother. Mom, please protect Quinn. Please watch over her. Don't let anything happen. I won't, honey, she said with a smile. She gave me a kiss on the forehead. Something wrong? Patrick's like, "Hey, Ty." "Yeah? Are you okay?" "Yeah, just a little bit of a jitters." "How can you tell?" "I had that too." Then I thought it was just something I ate. I chuckled. You were always good with humor in dangerous situations. "That's what I'm best at. Oh, yeah." "Patrick, are you sure you want to participate? Your powers are good, yes, but we're up against impossible odds. In a million to one shot, we're 1 in a million. You are my best friend. I have this feeling that I can't shake." "What do you mean?" Remember when Dylan said that? Remember Dylan? Did Dylan ever talk to you about Savannah? Yeah, he did. It's insane. I know, right? I think he actually is going to try and kill him, Patrick. And I don't know if I can stop him. Or what I'll have to do in order to stop him if he tries. Morris is a dangerous criminal. He turned against us. But I understand why you're hesitant. I spy something on the corner of my eye next to Dylan's cabinets that he had in his makeshift hut. I pull him aside. Hey, what the heck? I pull him aside to hold up the vial. You want to tell me what the hell you're thinking? Bet you weren't supposed to find that. This is black scorpion venom. What on earth is up with you? I could control it. That's what Morris said. I need you to focus. He stuffs it in his back pocket without me looking. I promise I'll never use it, little brother. And I'm sorry. It's okay. Probably would have done the same thing in your situation. We had recapped everything that had happened thus far in our journey. We had been here for a year, and it had been quite a year. Whoever thought a boy like me, shy, afraid, and at times unreasonable, would be standing here leading his own army. An army of 7, mind you. Well, actually 5 at first. But an army nonetheless. Tyler. Greg. Hold up a second. Okay. Greg goes to get something from in his backpack. He opens it. He hands me an ornate box. I open it. Sylvia looks. Is that what I think it is? It belonged to... Who's this belong to? It belonged to Mikhail, your father. It was his dagger. I read the note. My son, if you are reading this, then I am dead. But I want you to know, I'm sorry for the war that you have to be a part of. I never wanted you to be part of it. I thought I could prevent it, but I couldn't. So please, my dear boy, use this well, and use it justly, and use valor. And so, we prepare everything. I kiss Quinn, I kiss my mother. And I say, Men, and Leah, Princess Leah, thank you, that's much better. Alright, let's get to work. We don ourselves in armor, step out of our tent, and prepare to lead the assault. I take out my weapon. I tuck Mikhail's weapon into my back pocket. And then I unsheath my sword. Before that, Morris and Lawrence had said, kill all of these 5. So where's your mom and wife? They're resting for right now. 5 against 46,000. The odds don't look good for you so far. In this row, I have over 2,000 men and women. So now it's your turn. Can you stop them? I think not. We stand in attention, plant our feet on the ground, and take a breath. I close my eyes, take a breath, and yell, "Charge!" And we all charged. We battled ferociously. I take down 2 guards with a single attack, and we all do the same. We punch, kick, jump around a little bit, flip, fight, slash with a dagger. And then we find out more. There's more coming. An entire legion. Patrick has already slain 10 men. Dylan, save some for the rest of us, Pat. Don't be selfish. Hey, come on now. Is this really the time to be arguing? I said, "Thank you, Patrick." And we start fighting more bad guys. I go to chase Lawrence down. And Leah says, "No, baby brother-in-law, not yet." Leah, he'll pay for his crime, I guarantee it. But now, we wait. We fight more bad guys. We lead an assault. And a soldier sneaks up behind me. I break his arm and stab him in the neck. I swooped down from a tree and killed 2 more. And then 3 became 4, and 4 became 5. And suddenly, they just kept coming and coming. They had stopped. Everyone else had gone away for a minute and had fought against us. We had fought against our main enemies. And then suddenly we find ourselves exhausted. Morris looks at all his minions. It says, "All of you are fools. Maybe I need to raise an incentive. Kill all of them, and you shall take the place of Schroeder Corp from the Schroeder Foundation one day." They leave for a little while for some reason. I guess to regroup. We have minimal injuries. And we drink water and have other supplies ready. We need to get the supplies ready. Suddenly, my palm began to bleed. Sorry, guys. My palm began to bleed. Ah! Not Dylan. He looks at me and says, Dylan looks at me and says, "Tyler, are you okay?" "Look, Greg, Tyler's hand's bleeding." And then it healed miraculously. My eyes then turned to cerulean blue for a moment. "Tyler, it's going to happen soon." "What's going to?" "You mean I'm going to transform into a Lumen Angel?" "You just have to learn how to push through it." It's a very hard barrier to break, even for people like us. I bet. Sorry, guys. I bet it is. And then, filled with new hope, I go and join the others. And then we suddenly turn around, and there we are, ready to battle again. He's like, Morris had said, "Are you back for more?" "You're damn right we are. My boy, I can tell something's different about you. You're becoming much more powerful, I can tell. Let's get this done." I bang my shield, and I say, "Everyone!" So sorry, guys. I say to them, "Everyone, hold the line." And we step up, and Patrick slays one more goon right off the bat. He stabs him in the shoulder, and then kicks him down, and uses his abilities. And Dylan shocked them all with energy. And then Leah took down baddies of her own. Then Patrick's like, "Guys, get behind me." "Okay." This attack was supposed to be a secret, but it's like, "Tyler, yes? This attack stays our secret, okay?" Kinetic pyro ball. And suddenly, a giant plume of fire appeared and erupted out of the ground and burned hundreds of soldiers badly. "That was awesome, Pat." "That's right, I am awesome." And then we all fought some more. I used my kinetic electron blast and kinetic shield bash to destroy enemy forces and barricades. I'm really sorry, guys, truly. We had finally found our way to where they were having another base camp. And suddenly, I began to feel tired. "Are you okay, brother?" "Yeah, don't worry. Just kind of lightheaded. Take a drink." And we eat our food and prepare. Sorry, guys. We gather our food and prepare for more. We rest for a little while. And suddenly, I realized we had already taken down about 800 men. Another 1,200 to 1,000 to go. With over that many people left. He had over 7 waves, one for each of the 7 deadly sins. So we just stopped his wave halfway. We were a quarter of the way to stopping his first wave and thinking, how on earth will we survive? We fight back some more against a larger group of enemies. We do our thing. And then suddenly his reinforcements had arrived. It was Lawrence Hahn himself. Lawrence Hahn. Did you honestly think he could defeat us, boy? You are weak, just like he said. And you will not survive this at all. That's where you're wrong. I will survive. By the power of my heart and the power of my family. And suddenly, my mother, the others were too worn out, so I stood firmly by myself. I'll take on your forces one by one, if I have to. You're either brave or stupid. You will not survive that long. Let's find out. And suddenly, Quinn snuck up behind him. Mind if I cut in? She suplexes him to the ground and punches him a few times. Honey, I'm okay now, my love. Don't you worry. The rest of us guys, most of the guys go and fight. Patrick, Greg, and Dylan go and fight another wave of enemies. While me, Quinn, and Leah, all three of us prepared for our fight with him. And suddenly, we knew we were prepared enough for this. I had started off with a left hook, right hook, uppercut, and rib punch. He then took me out of commission for a second with his neck chopping technique. Baby brother-in-law, Leah proclaimed. She shot him and Leah shot Lawrence in the arm. Bet you can't heal from that. And suddenly he had healed miraculously. He has the black scorpion venom, doesn't he? Quinn's like, yes. Well, shit. Okay, let's see what we can do. Leah had fought against him, and so did Quinn. He took down Leah. Leah! Quinn quickly shimmied back and forth to dodge his attacks. Then she takes out a very large knife and challenges him to a knife fight. They both fight until he's able to get the upper hand a little bit by stabbing her in the arm. Quinn! Don't worry, honey. I'll be fine. I'm tough like you, remember? And then, with a little bit more prodding, he said, I had finally gotten up and punched him some more, and kicks, and anything else I can do to physically attack him. Then we scuffled some more, and then something amazing happened. Quinn's powers amplified. She had something to fight for and protect. She was down for a second, and Lawrence said, "You weak little girl. Nothing you do can save the village. Even if you do save it, you'll never save the rest of the world from Schroeder." He'd thrown a punch. She grabbed it, twisted his arm back, and said, "That's where you're wrong. There isn't a thing I don't cherish. But I will not let you take it away from me." Leah joined in. She punched him, stabbed him in the leg, and her and Quinn did a suplex as he hit his facing the rock. And then Quinn wrestled behind him. He said, "What are you going to do? You can't do anything to me." And she said, "Your reign of terror ends now. You remind me of that girl I had murdered at the festival. What was her name?" Then Quinn suddenly snapped his neck. Her name was Savannah. She snapped his neck. I'm like, "Babe, that was awesome." She smiled. "Pleasure. It was a pleasure doing it. Just such a vile man. Now let's go join the others." Indeed, they had retreated, and suddenly we knew the first wave was over and that the second wave was just about to begin. Little did we know, that wasn't even the end of our problems. And suddenly, Mason showed up. "Mason, you cruel bastard." Now it looks like they brought in the big guns, or Patrick's like, "Or the little guns, you shrimp. We shall continue our fight. We shall continue in an hour. Give you time to reprieve, and so for us also." The hour had passed. I kissed my beautiful fiancée and said, "My love, if I don't," she said, "stop right there. We are going to make it through this. And we are going to get through Armagosh City. For Armagosh City and defeat Schroeder once and for all." She gives me a peck on the forehead. Mwah. She said. She's the sound effect. And she said, "My love, please, let's end this war together and let's strike a critical blow." And suddenly, Patrick showed up, and we were fighting other guards. And suddenly, Mason reappeared. "Tyler." I said, "Tyler." I said, "Tyler." "Tyler." Everyone else. "Yeah? Go. I have to settle this myself." "Pat." "Go, Tyler. I can finish this. I could defeat him." "So you will try, and you will fall by my hand." They prepare their battle stances and charge. End of chapter 15. End of chapter 15. Yes, I'm sorry, but that is it for tonight. Next up, we have a shocking revelation for chapter 16, and you're going to want to wait and see what that's all about. Also, for the final chapter in 2 weeks. So, anyways, that's it. This has been Ty the Movie Guide signing off.